But I definitely have respect for the box Chevy people. It's not really ever been my thing, but like I said, with so many different people in the car culture. So he's here, so I'm gonna go ahead and bring him on. Hello.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing today?
I'm doing well.
So I told him that this is the quarantine edition of Rydes N Vybes. Because y'all know I've been quarantining, but I refuse to miss the show. I refuse to miss having you as a guest today. And before you came on, I was telling them that growing up in Florida, I historically was not a box Chevy person. Of course, a lot of people have heard the story about when I first met Box Chevy World. He walked up to me and said, I hear you gonna get a box. You getting a box Chevy. I said, no, fuck you didn't. I'm not driving no ugly ass box Chevy. And everybody was like, oh my God, that's box Chevy World. I was like, I don't care if that's Jesus. I'm not driving no box Chevy. But since then, I have grown a new different type of respect for people, for dealing with people like you and Box Chevy World and Boost Doctor and Mr. Hensley and 78 Chevy Boy. Just so many people with box Chevys. Y'all are really passionate about y'all box.
Yes, indeed.
Y'all, listen. Y'all are passionate about them boxes. The same way in Florida growing up, we're passionate about dunks. Y'all passionate about them boxes.
That's right. Right.
First, I want to tell you, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to sit down and talk to us. What I'll do is I'll start off with one of my questions, and then I'll get right into the fans' questions, okay?
All right.
Thank you. So tell us how you came about being into cars.
Growing up in Southeast Georgia, we love box Chevys, we love Cadillacs, we love dunks, of course. And always love cars. It's in us.
Mm-hmm.
It's in us. So yeah, I remember going to Jacksonville, Florida. They had a place called Gateway.
That's my city.
Gateway. I love Jacksonville. Duval, man. I love Duval. And I remember being there and seeing my first dunk.
Mm-hmm.
And it caught my attention. I was a little fella. And I never get that day. And then when I got home, I always looked for them, but I never really find them.
Right.
So, back in the 80s, early 80s, it caught my attention.
So I tell people all the time, they really think that we're joking when we say in Florida, dunks have been a way of life since I was a little kid. So you can attest to that. It's not somebody that's from there telling y'all, oh, well, we've been around dunks since the 80s. You can attest to going to Jacksonville, seeing dunks. It was just normal to us. It was just normal. So for everybody else not to understand our obsession with dunks, even like the East Coast Riders Day, seeing Murph, those to us, it was normal, but it wasn't normal to see them go that fast and race and stuff like that. So, so we'll go ahead and get right into the fans' questions. First question, what made you go with orange for your box?
So what made me go with orange? I actually painted the car silver with a blue pearl, actually.
Right. And
I had so many problems with the car. And I decided once I changed the color, nobody in the city could say, hey, we built this car. Mm-hmm. Because a lot of people put their hands on it and it wasn't correct. And so, I went with orange and then I went with Phoenix because I figured, it's under Rydes again. And so that name stuck. So we went with orange.
So tell us about the ups and downs of building your car.
Man, I had a lot of those. You always get the stories about the customer don't want to pay, the customer this and the customer. Nah, not in my case. It's the case is you shoot your price. I don't argue with your price. I pay that. But I don't get what I pay for. And so, and that's it for me is, if you put a tag on it, then stand behind what you're supposed to do. It's not always the customer. So, but yeah, for me, like I said, I've been in and out of shops. I got the right shop now, though. My boys, RGB out of Houston, Texas, they get you right. it's a certain team I got together now. They get everything right like they're supposed to. You know, so once you find that niche that you're supposed to get, then you stay with that. So that's the combination I'm gonna work with.
You know, I hear I used to think like a regular everyday person like myself would have problems with getting their car built. But the more I do these interviews, I hear people with like huge stupid followings, people like Belt Boy, people like Whips by Wade, people like with a big huge stunner Reese, like people with huge followings have a problem getting their cars built. Why do you think? Thanks, Suge got me this hat. I told him I wanted it. He got me this hat. Why do you think it's such a problem? Because like you said it, a lot of shops will say, "Oh, it was a problem with them giving me the money." Now, first of all, we know it ain't always a problem with getting the money. Some of these people got money and they ain't scared to spend it. So why do you think it's always a problem with getting the cars built in a timely fashion and actually the shop giving you what they promised you?
I think a lot of shops bite off more than they can chew. Some of them. Also, I think a lot of shops sell dreams too. They make it seem like, oh yeah, we can do that. In actuality, it might be on their pay grade, as you like to say. It may be above them.
Right.
You know? So, that's what I think.
So, you said you grew up in Georgia. What took you to Houston?
What brought me to Texas was I met a young lady in the Navy, got married, had a daughter.
Okay.
That marriage didn't work out, but my daughter's here, so regardless if that work or don't work, I'm going to say make sure my daughter's straight. And so I had to stay around for my daughter. I couldn't have no other man raising my daughter. I couldn't do it. So I had to be here.
That's commendable. You know, that's a lot of guys' stories. They'll uproot and move halfway across the world to be near their kids. So that's very commendable. I have to give you props for that.
I appreciate it.
All right. So eventually, what took you the way of getting a box? Because you said you saw that dunk. And I know, what was your first car? Let's start there. What was your first car?
So it wasn't a box or a dunk. It was an 85 Dodge Shadow 4-door. So, yeah. It wasn't that. I always had that love for them, but that wasn't my first car.
Okay. So how long did it take you to graduate to the old school car game?
The money wasn't like ever right though. So I think I bought my first box like in 2001. 2001 was the first time I bought my box. And then of course the money gotta be right. Being young, I was married, just had my daughter. And the transmission was going out on it. Transmission was going out on my everyday vehicle, so I traded them both in and got a Tahoe. Mm-hmm. And I regretted doing that, but you got to take care of your family and make sure that's straight. So I knew it would come back around eventually.
Right. So then how long did it take for it to come back around?
So I bought my next box Chevy in 2002. Mm-hmm. And then I ended up buying a Pontiac Grandville convertible. It was a rust bucket out of Miami, but it was a Vert though. And so I bought it off of eBay. And so I ended up, my wife was like, oh, you can't bring all those cars. We moved from Virginia, so I couldn't bring all those cars to Texas. So I sold my box to my homeboy. He got into it with some lady, and then she got the car towed, and then he ended up losing the boxes. So, yeah, so I had a couple of boxes after that.
So fast forward to when you actually were able to get your money together. You were actually able to make a purchase, a car that you were like, okay, now I'm ready to build. Now I'm ready to do it. What car was that? Was it another box?
So it was the Granville. It was the Granville that I ended up having.
Okay.
And going through a divorce, and the car was at her uncle's body shop. And so he couldn't decide with his niece, so he put a lien on the car. On both of them. I had two of them. Put a lien on them.
Oh, wow.
So I'm going to school in Port Arthur, and I see my car on the back of a tow truck one day. Right. I said, hey, that's my car. And then from there, that's when I went and bought what's now known as Phoenix. I seen those cars get lost. And so I said, okay, cool. You got those cars. I wanted them, but not like that. So I went and got what I wanted. So I went and bought a Dunk 73 hardtop. And then I went and bought the 83 box now.
Okay. So you were building on 2 projects at one time?
So, like I said, the other car was a rust bucket. So I bought the other Granville to switch the motor out of that and put it into the solid body car. And I ended up losing both of those. And so, yeah, I'm actually building 3 cars now. So,
why do you guys start on so many projects at one time? You guys, like, are you glutton for punishment?
Obviously so, but it never worked out as planned. Like, you know, the box was supposed to be finished, you know, had setbacks on that. And then, you know, I bought my convertible for $2,500 a couple years back. You can't beat that.
Right.
That's a whole nother story. That car been through shop after shop. And that's supposed to be done. Everything's done on the interior. I'm just waiting on the correct body shop.
Right.
So on my end, I'm waiting on the shop. Not me per se.
Why do we have so many purses? Well, I have so many purses because I sell purses. I can't speak for nobody else.
But it's in us, like I said, it's in us. We love it.
Because literally about all the guys that I know in the car culture have a lot of cars. Like, they have projects they're working on. I know one guy that he is working on 7 projects right now. That's a lot. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of time. That's a lot of confusion with different shops. And we know that it's hard to get the right people on your bill. I used to would recommend people, but I can't even say I recommend nobody anymore because you may not have the same experience with them that I do. So I'm not even going to tell you who to take your car to. I'm sorry, because I know so many people who have shops. I feel bad about that, but I can't put my name on the line and tell you, hey, go take your car to such and such. I do probably have one shop that I would recommend, but I won't say it on here because it will start one shop that I would recommend, but I'm not going to say it on here. But I talk to them all the time about people's experience. Do you think people will have a better experience if they take their car to a one-stop shop or different shops?
I personally, I don't know. I think what the route I'm going to go is I'm finding people that's not on Instagram or Facebook, a smaller shop that's not really that's working. You know, I'm not saying that because you're on Instagram, you're not working. But my experience is everybody clicking and doing this and not really working. Just from the shops I've been to. So
you'd rather find a little small mom and pop shop.
Yeah, mom and pop shop, right.
So let's talk about the box extravaganza.
Box extravaganza.
Tell us the date. Tell us what it is. You know, I'm going to tell you what impressed me about it after you talked to us about it. So go ahead and talk to us about the box extravaganza.
Box extravaganza is an event that's going on October 16th in Houston, Texas. And what it is, we're celebrating the box Chevy. It's not a car show. I think a lot of people think it's just a car show. What it is, we're going to take a certain amount of boxes, 8 boxes, and it's like a small venue. But what we're going to do is a red carpet event. So you dress up to come in, and we're displaying it as art. So we're going to have a slab, we're going to have a low rider, we're going to have big rim, we're going to have a racing box, we're going to have an original box. I have waiters and waitresses serving champagne, hors d'oeuvres. It's grown and sexy, but we're celebrating the culture of the box Chevy. It's different styles, with different makes and models, and just enjoying the night. Got a violin player on the red carpet. It's something that's different for the culture because we know how the game started, and it's still like that a little bit, but you have professionals driving these cars as well. You know what I mean? And I think we have to elevate the culture. You know, Box Chevy World, he elevate the culture. You know what I mean? Don't Ride or Die, they elevate the culture. And they pushing the culture forward. So we have to do that. I mean, it's come a long way. So that's what it's about. So and I'm got a vodka sponsor as well. Timeless Vodka. Okay. They sponsor the event, and we're giving away a Box Chevy that night as well. Yeah. So you got a chance to win a running Box Chevy to kind of get you started. Right. $25 a raffle ticket. So, It's something for the culture.
So box Chevys have come a long way from, because in Florida they were taxi cabs. So they've come a long way from taxi cabs and police cars to really works of art. Like some of these guys and ladies, because the ladies doing it too, have lots and lots of money in those box Chevys. Like I said, I have come to respect them a lot more than I would say back in the days, because like I said, it's always us Florida people gotta say something. We gotta throw the dunk in there. But I have grown a new respect for not only how good they look, but how fast they run. You know what I mean? Like the Check and Booth Doctor and people racing them like the Hensley and
so fresh, so clean out of Houston. The boys running. They got some, and they go out of Oklahoma, but they got some fast boxes out there.
And then the ones who just are show cars. But a lot of the guys who got the show cars, they running too.
They running.
They got nice motors in them.
They running.
So I'm gonna tell you what impressed me about the box extravaganza. I'm always looking for a reason to dress up. I love dressing up. Now, the fact that it's gonna be boxes there, I was like, do I want to go, but I can dress up. So you hit the nail on the head. You said grown and sexy. So we wearing evening gowns. We wearing tuxes. What we wearing? We wearing our hard bottoms. What's the dress? What's the dress?
There's some come through in jeans. You come through. I'm wearing a tuxedo that night, but you can wear button-ups, lashes. Something grown, sophisticated. But not jeans and shorts. Like it's not. I'm not saying it's not that crowd, because we are that crowd as well. Right. But tonight is for that. We want to put on for the culture, like I said.
And what's the date of that?
October 16th. At CNN Studios. You get your tickets at Eventbrite. We got a VIP section, and you have general admission. For the VIP they get to go into the special room. They also have food. You get a swag bag with some nice goodies in it. And you also get an entry to win the box Chevy as well when you buy a VIP ticket. But you get a drink from our sponsor, Thomas Vodka. And so it's going to be a great event.
All right. We'll definitely talk before we end the interview about the box extravaganza some more. But let me ask you a question. Why do you think it's so much hate in the car culture?
I don't know. That's a good question. I guess I don't know. Everybody likes to say people compete. I personally never heard somebody say, "Hey man, I'm gonna be better than this box or that box." I don't know. I truly don't know, because I feel, because I don't feel like I'm competing with anybody. I do it because this is what I like to do, and I show love because I feel like I get it back.
Right.
And so I don't know. I see people say people competing, but they never put a tag on who they're talking to. So I don't know.
Right.
Who's there? Right. Who are they?
So if they don't put a name on it, you don't know who it is.
I don't take too much stock in that, So I don't know. But there do be a lot of jealousy in the game, and I don't know. I guess nobody wants to see nobody car better than theirs, but at the end of the day, dude, man, there's a lot of cars that look better than mine. I love my car. You know what I mean? And I love yours too. At the end of the day,
I don't know. I'll tell you, it is. I'll say, but that when you open that trunk and I saw that trunk, I said, "Boy, stop! That thing that is beautiful." And like I said, I have to keep saying it. I'm a dunk girl. Like I grew up around them, and I eventually graduated to G bodies because I'm building a G body. So I'm all the way G body. But to look in the trunk of that thing, I was like, "Oh my God, that is beautiful." Now, how do you can't take nothing in the trunk. It's just strictly a show car. You can't do nothing.
We're gonna ride out, but nah, ain't nothing really going in the trunk. I got 412s back there. Ain't nothing going back there.
Why you need all that music?
Oh, that's the other part of me. You know what I mean? So yeah, we gotta have a little knob back there.
Are y'all gonna have a sound competition as well that night?
So what it is if you pull up in the box Chevy, we got VIP parking for you, but all the business is private. Okay. You know, it's an inside event. You know, we got a DJ T Supreme, who also drives a box Chevy, and we're gonna display. We're gonna eat shrimp. We're gonna eat cater food and mixed drinks, and we just the champagne. We're just gonna just celebrate. You know, and look at these cars, and you know, and look at the art that's on the wall, and as well as these cars, and so. Yeah, it's just, like I said, a grown and sexy event. Nothing like it. I haven't seen anything like it.
You know what it sounds like to me? You ever watched the presidential inauguration? That's what it sounds like. It's going to be a box inauguration.
For sure. I like that.
Don't give me my credit now. Don't steal me.
You got it. You got it. I like that.
So, talk to us about your dunk. We know you got the box going. What's going on with the dunk?
So the dunk on timeout right now. Dunk on timeout. Dunk got almost. Yeah. Well, we found a body guy, and he was gonna do the body work on it. We brought it back to Houston. Bought the car. Wasn't as solid as we thought. You know, guy said his price. Cool. Drop it. I let go ahead and pay half of it or most of it out the way, because if something come up, I don't want to be like. Because I feel cars on the budget. I'm not going to lie I'm not throwing the bed at nothing. I'm sorry. Right. You know what I mean? I got a daughter in college. I got kids. I got stuff I got to do. I got a mortgage. I got things I got to do.
Right.
But the way I build my cars, I stack stuff up and then I drop it, you know? But the guy had a car. He moved shops. And then I had to find the owner of the building because he just like disappeared. They left cars in there. People motors got stolen. And I was luckily able to get my vert back. And so I lost PVG paint and I lost all kind of things. Drive a door. So custom emblems, but that's the risk I guess I took, you know, and that's the flaw stuff that's going in the game. Like you lose sometimes. Sad, but true. You know, but don't get time. I'm building my 95 Impala SS right now.
What?
I got one of them too.
Now you
I got one of them too.
So yeah, you truly are a car hoarder.
Shit, the price is going up.
You just all the way a Chevy guy, huh?
Yeah. The magazine, you know, dunk box, bubble edition, like that's truly what I wanted. Like right. Those are the cars I want. Like I don't want any other cars. That's all I want.
Right.
So.
Well, I will say this. I know it's a lot of hate in the car world. I see it every day in the comments and with people making subliminal posts and just I hear it. Mm-hmm. But what I can say is I'm blessed and fortunate enough to have been surrounded by people who mostly lead with love, and I think that about you. You know what I mean? I'm pretty sure that all you guys can get. You can have a temper. I'm pretty sure you can. But for the most part, like. Most of the guys that I know in the car culture, especially a lot of the box guys and girls, you guys are the coolest fans. Y'all just, you know, sometimes you just be almost too cool. Since the time that I hit you up to talk, since the time that we met, I was like, this seemed like a trap. He's just too cool. So I gotta say,
I appreciate that.
I gotta say, you gotta make sure that you keep it up. You know what I mean? I know that it's hard. I know, especially with stuff happening to you like that, like the situation with the car. I know you want to go kill somebody, but especially hard as 73s are to find first. You know what I mean? So, like I said, a lot of you guys are just cool as fans, and I appreciate that, because as far as being a woman in the car culture, it's hard for us. So for y'all to embrace us the way that y'all do, for y'all to take care of us the way that y'all do, like it's none of y'all that I really can't call and ask for anything. You know, it's a few of y'all, and I ain't gonna say no name. Y'all know who y'all are. But for the most part, the good outweighs the bad, and I love it. Like I ain't got nothing but love and respect and appreciation for you, your camp. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't have nothing but good vibes since we first met. We met in Texas.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
So,
and, yeah, you good people. And I love what you're doing for the culture, you know. I got to respect that and salute that.
I appreciate it. So tell us what you would like for your followers and supporters to know about you.
Really, you know, I'm a hard worker, you know. Like I said, you give me a call, I'll tell you anything that you need to know. Like, there's ain't no secrets over here, you know, because somebody called me.
Right.
Mr. Hensley called me, you know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't know how to squat my box. He was like one of the ones that really reached out and said, hey, you know, he gave his number, and anytime I call, he answers. So that's my brother. Like, anytime I ask for something, he got the answer for me. He's gonna point me in the right direction.
Right.
You know, and I respect that. And you know, for me, like I say, it's cars that they're bigger. They're a tool. I love to ride, and yeah, of course we like car shows and like the sun and all that. But I promised my dad when he passed away that, you know, we talked about these cars as being a tool to draw kids in. You know what I mean? And for that, like, I'm gonna be throwing school drives in the city, giving back to those that don't have. And look at this car. Well, come here and let me talk to you about whatever. You know what I mean? And that's what these cars are for me, because he never got to see them completed. So I got to carry on that legacy of these school drives and these turkey drives that we talked about doing. And so it's for the community. It's for the people. You know what I mean? I love them, but it's a tool to reach. If I can reach one kid, or save one kid from going this way, that's what it is for me. If I can save one, and that's it for me, you know.
You know, that's what I tell the guys all the time. I know y'all probably didn't, when y'all got into these cars, y'all didn't sign up for these kids to look up to y'all the way that they do, and look up to y'all cars and want to own a car like yours that day. But we here now, so you have to do the best you can to lead the youth in the right direction.
Right.
So y'all are role models. It's no way around it. Unfortunately, I don't know if y'all signed up to be role models, but we here now. Y'all are who y'all are.
Let's do it.
So, those are all my questions. Is there anything else that you would like for us to know?
I want to see everybody keep doing what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, I love where the culture is going. Like, from the racing to all of it. I love it. You know, I'm not a race guy. I don't race. But boy, I love to see what's going on in the culture. I love to see people building these show cars. I love to see people starting from nothing. Like, you know what I mean? Because we all had to start from somewhere. I love that, you know? And I'm really gravitating towards the people, and you know, and we know Chicago, but them boys got some boxes. They got boxes all over the place, boy. But them boys, they doing it. But you gotta, you know, for me, I don't care if you got a 3-piece rim or not. Like, if you own originals, if you do your thing, because it's levels, and you'll get there. You know what I mean? You're gonna get there. And any way I can help you, I'm gonna try to help you. And so
plug the box extravaganza one more time. Tell us what all you got going on, what kind of businesses you own, where we can follow you. Tell everybody about where we can follow you and everything.
Okay, you can follow me at The Real Chevy all day at Instagram. Box extravaganza, you can get your tickets at Eventbrite. Or if you have any questions, please hit my DM or question me or whatever you got for me. Let's see. Businesses, I own a rim and I sell grills and rims. CAD Global, but that's kind of a small thing. You know, working out.
No, that's what we're not going to do. We're not going to.
You're right. But yeah, I'm starting out with that. So it's going to grow. You know, it's going to grow. But that's what I'm doing in the meantime until it take off. Not until it take off. But I am concentrating on box extravaganza. And then once that's done, I plan on doing something for the dunks as well. Hopefully in the springtime. There's some more stuff coming. We gotta do box extravaganza first, but we got something for the dunks as well on the same level that I plan on doing on a bigger visual. But it's more to come. And I want to shout out, you know, everybody, man. Box Chevy World, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you, bro. I can't thank you enough, man, for plugging this. My little brother in Mississippi, Chevy box rider. Like everybody, my whole team, man, everybody that's been rocking with me. I can't, don't ride or die. Them boys that's family too. It's so many people I can't name everybody, but man, if you touch my box, I'm nothing without y'all, man. Y'all everything, bro. So thank y'all, and thank you for opening up your platform for me to do what I do. And you keep doing what you're doing, and I appreciate that. Thank you very much for having me.
I appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to talk to us. And anything you need me to put up in my story or anything, send it to me. I just really am impressed about dressing up and being around cars. This is a genius idea. I'm so excited. I might have to make an appearance.
We're gonna make sure you're taken care of. I told you you gotta get to the city. You gotta come through. I told you you'll be taken care of if you come to the city.
Yeah. So. Well, thank you so much for sitting down with us today. I really appreciate it. So everybody, that was the real Chevy all day.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you.
Have a good day. Thank you.